Ballyrea was next on the agenda for Stage 3, and at the front things were beginning to get tight for Derek McGarty. Conceding 2 seconds of the lead, the Pirelli car stayed at the front, but not by much. Andrew ensured of that. The Armagh man was inspired in Stage 3, setting fastest time once again, chopping the deficit to only 0.6 seconds at service. In third, Austin McKeel was pushing hard to catch the top two. The Subaru was sideways on more than one occasion throughout this stage, securing third place at service. Behind Austin, Eamon Boland was closing in. Moving up into fourth place, the NVD car lies 7 seconds adrift. Also on the move was Eugene Donnelly. He and Paul Kiley take 3 seconds from Eamon on this stage, now fifth, and now 2 seconds off the newer car. Tim McNulty followed suit. Moving up the order on the third test, Tim ascends from 9th place to now lie 8th. Holding position, Gary Jennings and Gordon Noble maintain their status as top two-wheel drive car in the Ballyrea stage, holding on to 14th overall.
Fast 5 right, into fast 4 left in, 50. Well held, flat left continues, and the flat left, crest, 50, turn square right, take your time now.
Jim Crozier and Liam Slevin were close on the Peugeot in stage 3. 0.3 of a second was all that separated them as the Mitsubishi begins to climb back up the order.
Mid over crest, 140, small crest, slight left over big crest and jump, tightens, and easy left, easy right.
Intending to do the same, Stuart Clark and Andy Brunt hit trouble in the third stage, with their Mark II grinding to a halt, retiring on the opening day. On a brighter note, Andy Connor is fastest in Class 2 in Ballyrea, closing on the class lead, now half a second off the top spot.
And the small jump, and into jump dip, 60, and right over crest jump, 60, and the one right, up from the one right, one.
Andrew Stewart was also on a charge through the third test, but pushing that bit too hard on this right could have led to disaster. Which it did for Derek Job. Same corner, similar car, worse outcome as they get stuck. But they do get out and carry on, but lose a lot of time. But it was a case of carry on sideways for Paul Barrett. The G3 Escort was more than entertaining the crowds, grazing that same bank on their way to the Class 11 lead. After the first loop, the top three order is unchanged after stage 4. Austin McKeel is in third, but at the front the lead is narrowing for Derek McGarty. On stage 4 the pressure was on, and in response Derek sets fastest time once again in San Angelo to reassert his authority. Authority would go against Andrew Nesbitt in the fourth test, reported to have left the start line early. The Cuisine de France car incurs a minute penalty, dropping them out of the top 6. This would benefit Austin McKeel. Taking 3 seconds from Andrew with second fastest time, Austin benefits further, moving up into second place if the penalty stands. Eamon Boland was as equally welcoming to his new position. Moving up the ranks after the fourth test, the S8 takes residency in the top 3. But Eugene Donnelly doesn't intend Eamon's stay to be very long, giving him notice in stage 4. The EnviroCare car takes almost a second, now 4th. Penalties aside, Tim McNulty moves up the leaderboard in stage 4 regardless. He and Anthony Nestor ascended to 7th overall on their return to San Angelo. And Gareth Jones was just behind. The Kumo car was knocking on the door of the S7, taking 5 seconds from Tim in this stage, now only a second adrift. But Gary Jennings is in trouble in stage 4, with noises coming from the gearbox.
And turn 5 left.
The Peugeot attracts plenty of attention in the 1.7 mile test, with flames from the bottom of the car confirming trouble in the Peugeot camp. Meanwhile in Class 2, Andy Connor and Patrick Durning were suffering after that bad landing in Stage 3, but hang on to second place in Class 2.
It's square right. Square right. Keep it tidy, keep it tidy. Square right again.
Stage 5, Daisy Hill 2. And appealing that penalty from Stage 4, Andrew was preparing for the worst, setting fastest time by some 11 seconds to try and clear the penalty himself. Without the penalty, Andrew would be in the lead, but the penalty stands and Derek is second fastest in the Daisy Hill test, maintaining a 25-second lead. With that lead remaining over Austin McHale, the blue Subaru is under pressure in stage 5, conceding 2 seconds of their advantage over third and over Eamon Boland. Eamon takes those 2 seconds, which brings the gap down to 7, and he has his sights squarely set on Austin's position. But eyeing up Eamon's place, Eugene was 0.2 of a second off the Wexford driver in the 8.5 mile test, now a second adrift in 5th place. Eugene was beginning to pull away from Morris Gas. The Emo car held position through Daisy Hill 2 and retains their place in the top 6. Pater Herson would almost certainly have been in that 6th place if not for a 20-second spin in stage 4, but with that in the past, they take almost a second from Morris, now 7th. Glenn Jones will be looking to put this stage in the past, sliding on this left, relegating them to the base of the top 15. Another San Angelo drama carried itself into stage 5. Gary Jennings and Gordon Noble made it through the 5th test, but would be forced to retire, with the gearbox giving up the ghost.
Fast 4 left, opens, just keep watching the road. Keep watching the road, fast.
This will be the last we see of the Fisher Engineering Peugeot, as Gary is forced to retire from this event on the 2nd year in succession.
4 buildings, crest jump on house, 18. Wipe out Mirage, bumpy 3 left loose. Repeat, bumpy 3 left loose. Flat right. Crest, 100. Caution, wipe out crest 5 left.
Andy Connor was also in diffs. The engine mounts had come loose after that crash landing in the 3rd test, but with running repairs, they are 3rd in Class 2.
That's us, the left of a big crest jump on the bad dip. And left of crest bump 60 over small bridge and turn hairpin left.
Stage 6 in Ballyrea proved to be as eventful as the 5th, as Andrew found to his benefit. The number 7 car is fastest again, chipping 21 seconds from the deficit to move up into 5th place, just over half a minute off the lead, which Derek held on to despite a spin in the stage. The yellow Subaru was more yellow submarine, costing the Glengormley driver time, getting it to point in the right direction. Austin McHale wanted to stay in the right direction, but they were looking more like going down in the closing stages of day 1, as they continue to come under increasing pressure from Eugene Donnelly, who takes 2nd fastest in the stage, 4 seconds from Austin, moving the EnviroCare car up into 4th place, after vacating Eamon Boland from that spot. Eamon is a second off Austin on this stage, and making way for Eugene would leave their S8 at the base of the top 5. With the chopping and changing in the top 6, Morris Gas and Jeffrey Orr remain consistent, holding tight onto 6th place after 6 stages. Consistently improving, the times were beginning to come for Pater Herson. The Warren Point man takes 2 seconds from Morris in this stage, closing the gap from 7th. But things weren't as rosy for Peter Thompson. The Nova stops in the stage, losing over 2 minutes, dropping them well back in the Class 9 battle. As we end the final tarmac stage of day 1, we compare the top 2. Austin is beginning to up the pace in the latter stages of the day. With the upper hand on Derek as they reach the hairpin, it's a race to the top. Derek is catching Austin, and as they complete the final right-left up the hill, it's the rally leader up by 1/10 of a second, showing Austin's potential for day 2.